Our brother and founder of Kwanzaa, Malina Ron Karinga, wrote that the meaning of Nia, purpose, was to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. We do that by working together and honoring the ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. Like the old gospel song says, we must walk together, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, children, don't you get weary. It's going to be a great camp meeting in the Promised Land. Margaret Walker said, for my people standing, staring, trying to fashion a better way from confusion, from hypocrisy and misunderstanding, trying to fashion a world that will hold all the people, all the faces, all the Adams and Eves in their countless generations. Walk together, children. Don't you get weary. Don't quit. Martin Luther King had a dream. He gave us hope that we could build a world that holds all the people in their dreams. But just in case, Malcolm had a gun. And he said, if you put your hands on me, I'll make sure you don't put them on anybody ever again. Walking and talking with our mind on justice. Just don't quit. Don't quit on yourselves. You are the world's future. But remember, with success comes responsibility. There is a sacred promise. Be sure the world you pass on is better than the world you inherited. Don't quit on your dreams. Langston Hughes said, hold fast to your dreams, for when dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Don't quit on your ancestors. They have hewn out the path and cleared our way so that you can move on. King didn't quit. He may not have gotten to the Promised Land, but he got us to the mountaintop so we could see the Promised Land. Malcolm didn't quit. He was gunned down, but not before he shared his vision of a dignified people coming into their glory. Fannie Lou Hamer didn't quit. She never got to register to vote in her homeland of Mississippi, but she made a way so that today, Mississippi has more Black elected officials than any other state in the country. Nelson Mandela didn't quit. They put him in prison, and he came out and became president of his country. He and his ANC brothers and sisters ended apartheid and brought democracy to South Africa. Barack Obama didn't quit. He lost his first local election he ever ran in for public office, and then came back to be elected to the United States Senate, and then became one of our greatest United States presidents. He said at Selma, the single most powerful word in our democracy is the word we. We the people. We shall overcome. Yes, we can. That word is owned by no one. It belongs to everyone. We are the people. We, the people, must demand that the university administration and the borough administration and the police cease and desist from racial profiling and racial discrimination and all behavior which is rooted in the so-called white privilege. 150 years ago, Frederick Douglass demanded that this nation face its hypocrisy and eradicate the atrocity of slavery. Almost 200,000 of his Black brothers joined the Union Army to help free their people. They didn't quit. They ended slavery. Almost 100 years ago, W.B. Du Bois and other scholars formed the NAACP to fight lynching and Jim Crow segregation. They didn't quit. They fought in the courts until 1954, when the Supreme Court passed Brown versus Board of Education and ended legal racial segregation. 50 years ago, Martin Luther King and 250,000 other people marched on Washington to demand jobs and freedom and equality and voting rights. I was there, and we didn't quit. We rolled up our sleeves and went to work. And through these efforts, a Black president was elected. And then over 50 African Americans joined the House of Representatives. And Kamala Harris became the first Black woman to be elected Vice President of the United States.
This is a country of possibilities.
You know what? I bet your Fannie Lou Hamer is smiling up there in that old campground. Now it's your turn. The track's been laid. The train is rolling. It's your time to get on board. You must do what you can to end covert and overt racism and the ravages of white skin privilege. The bigots must be told, like King said, if I can't change your mind with my love, I will change your behavior with my commitment. Young brothers and sisters, you must join hands with all right-thinking folks. You must take hold of the angels and demons of power and, like Jacob, wrestle them to the ground. You must demand that in the name of freedom, that our martyrs' names be spoken aloud for all to hear. Justice for Osaze, Burana, and Floyd and the rest. Like John Lewis demanded, you must change the conscience of America. You may ask, how can we do that? We are suffering through a worldwide pandemic. Some of us are dying. Some of us are struggling to graduate. Others are trying to find a job. Our world is collapsing. And I respond as Frederick Douglass did, as W.B. Du Bois did, as Martin Luther King, Fannie Lou Hamer, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, and Malcolm X did, as Osaze would if he could. As Margaret Walker concluded, let a new earth rise. Let another world be born. Let a bloody peace be written in the sky. Let a second generation full of courage issue forth. Let a people loving freedom come to growth. Let a beauty full of healing and strength of final clenching be the pulsing in our spirits and our blood. Let the marital songs be written. Let the dirges disappear. Let a race of men and women now rise and take control. How? By any means necessary. Don't quit. Don't ever quit. Happy Kwanzaa.